Howdy everybody. So, I decided it'd be pretty fun to throw together a short little video about 3 aircraft that I think should be added to War Thunder. All of these aircraft, in my opinion, would fit really well inside of the game, properly balanced at the right battle rating, and I just wanted to see what you guys think. This could be something that I do relatively often on the channel. So, anyways guys, let's get straight into it. The first aircraft on this list is the XP-81. Now, the XP-81 was developed out of the need for a high-altitude escort fighter. This is a very important aircraft in USA's development of aircraft because it was America's first turboprop and also the first plane to fly with both a turboprop and a jet engine. This thing was supposed to be fast. I say fast. It was supposed to be fast because it never actually achieved the speed that it was predicted to have. However, that was supposed to be 478 miles an hour at sea level and 507 at 30,000 feet. And its rate of climb was supposed to be 5,300 feet a minute, which is pretty respectable. And put around 6,770, I feel like it'd be a pretty good balanced aircraft in terms of speed and what it could do. Now, it was supposed to have 6 20mm cannons, which would be either the AN-M2s or the T-31s. Now, we already have both of those guns in game. T-31s being on the A2D Skyshark, and the AN-M2s being on airplanes such as the F3D1. So I feel like if this thing was added to the game, it would be relatively balanced. We already know how the guns would be, 6 of them, pretty standard on most aircraft, and it would be a unique plane because it was America's first turboprop, and it was the first plane to fly with both of those engines mounted on the same platform. And it could also carry a payload. It can carry up to 2,000 pounds of bombs underneath its wings. So I feel like it would be pretty well balanced around 6.7, around where the Tiger Cat is. And the next aircraft on this list is the XP-75. XP-75 was developed out of the need for a fighter with a really high rate of climb, and it's a very unique aircraft because it was developed using parts from already existing aircraft that were already in service, such as using the P-51 wings, the SBD tail, the Corsair's undercarriage, and they put it in a layout that is very similar to the P-39, which is a very unique aircraft because it mounts the engine midways on the fuselage behind the pilot, and this aircraft was supposed to have, well, it did have a contra-rotating prop, having 6 blades in total, 3 being on each part of the contra-rotating propeller. Now, its speed was supposed to be around 433 miles an hour at 20,000 feet. I say supposed to be because I couldn't find anything written in stone, and this is what I actually did in testing. Now, its rate of climb was supposed to be around 4,200 feet a minute, which is still pretty respectable for what it was supposed to achieve. However, still not as high as the XP-81 and is not as high as the next aircraft on this list. Now, its armament was pretty insane, having 6 50 cals in the wings and 4 50 cals in the fuselage, so having 10 guns total. It can also carry 2 500-pound bombs. I feel like this plane added to the game would be relatively balanced, although it didn't perform quite as well as intended or hoped in real life. In game, it could probably be relatively balanced using the suggested or conceived how it was supposed to be in game. I feel like around 5.0, possibly, maybe. Tell me what you guys think about that. I'm saying that because of the 1050 cals that we could have and the relatively high rate of climb. But anyways, the next aircraft is a very unique one, being the XP-72, which is the continuation of the P-47. This is the Ultra Bolt. This is the plane that the P-47 wishes it could be, having the Wasp Major engine. It is a 28-cylinder, 3,500 horsepower engine that we already have in game, and it's at 3,000 horsepower on that aircraft, but it's the F2G1's engine, the Super Corsair that's at 6.0. This aircraft's top speed is supposed to be 490 miles an hour, and obviously that's at altitude. I couldn't find the exact altitude that speed was supposed to be achieved. However, the other P-47s are very high at altitude, so expect around that same, being over 20,000 feet. This plane's rate of climb was supposed to be around the same as the XP-81 at 5,300 feet a minute, which is insane. Now, this plane also had 650 cal guns. You can see it in the pictures. They did have that. Now, the proposed, what it was going to be developed with, was going to be two 37s and four 50 cals or four 37s, which I feel like if it was added to the game, they'd keep the 450 or 650 cals instead of the 450 cals and 237 millimeters or the 437 millimeters. Now, if they did decide to do that, it would be an excellent ground pounder for America, more than the P-47 already is. Now, it was supposed to also carry all of the normal P-47 bombs and rockets, so I feel like that if it was added, this thing would be a very, very insane ground pounder for America. So anyways, guys, that was my list. Tell me what you think, and if you enjoyed it, let me know. So anyways, guys, I will see y'all later.